Lucifer Star's military. Like I said, my actual name is Lucifer Star, basically. Um, White Star Line leader, head, whatever, and technically actually creator for 12 different types of life, which are the oldest life in the universe, and 700 others, 700,000 others, like I say. But my military, like I said, at some point in time, like I say, I own Belfast. I own LS Shipyard, basically. Like I said, a lot of my cannon work, a lot of my weapons go back a long, long ways. Technically, since Helena Troy, like I say. So, like I said, at some point in time, uh, I don't exactly remember when exactly this is, but like I said, I had inventors, no problem, and I had a lot of people. And like I say, we were leading, like I say, I knew how to lead people basically and how to start people going and stuff like that. Like, I mean, right now I'm on vacation and I don't really do that anymore, but I used to do it all the time. And like I said, I actually had like 20th generation military and commanders. Like I said, I have commanders going all the way from Roman times all the way to present, technically. So, I mean, a lot of some of my warriors and some of my commanders, of course, died and stuff like that over the years. And somebody was going after them. But like I said, I actually had a Spartan army or Spartan whatever Spike army or whatever. I don't know. But I had quite a few armies. Like I said, Helen Troy launched ships for me and stuff like that. So I go all the way back from there. Um, and that's another thing that Richard Nixon, John McCain, and Jimmy Carter, and also the White House, the people in the White House, like I said, right now, and basically this whole time, pretty much the people in the White House have been pretending to be Lucifer Star or connected to White Star Lines or something like that. And like I said, that's what Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, and JFK were truly trying to do. Is they were really trying to, by getting into the White House, by doing this blah blah blah, and by doing the Republican Democratic lie, was they were trying to pretend like they had invented the government and they had actually done democracy, and that they had done all these things, and they were trying to pretend that they were Lucifer Star. But like I say, but they weren't. Like I said, and technically, like I'm from Germany and Britain, Volker's jet and all that other stuff. Like my people knew, like I said, and I said once, I had a flying wing, blah 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 blah, and then a lot of the German projects were actually my projects. So and it wasn't just Germany; it was Germany, Britain, and Germany, and China, and Germany, and 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 Ireland. Like I said, I had people from German, and I also had genetically created people as well, or genetically modified, like blue eyes, green eyes, red hair, stuff like that. I had those people as well. So anyway, and both women and men always loved my people. They always wanted to be with my people. So like I said, when we genetically created something like blonde-haired, blue eyes, like people, well, some people were distrusting. I think maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. There was a point in time where that was an issue. Anyway, though, but like I said, we always had plenty of money and plenty of blah blah, and lots of people. So, and like I say, I was, I don't know. Back in time and space, I was leading it, by the cuff. I was leading it firsthand and stuff like that, making a lot more decisions like in the present. Like I said, as things go on, as we got more, whatever, then a lot of my great people, like I said, I had lots of great Irish people working for me. Like I said, going through World War One, World War Two, they almost got me, as they say, with my pants down. I didn't have any pants yet. They almost caught me off guard. And there were a couple times when they almost did actually, almost crush me. But, like I said, my people would always rally around and, we would move forward. Anyway, so we kept on going. Anyway, though, and like I say, when they did capture me and everything, I was like, well, yeah, here's the thing. you know, it's like I wish I could go back and relive that moment because, considering even though I was tied to a chair and this and that, I wish I could go back and relive that moment because it's like, yeah, well, here's the thing, yeah. So, anyway, but whatever. Anyway, So I guess I'm worth quite a bit, considering. Anyway, though, just as a keepsake, I'm worth quite a bit. Like, oh yeah, we have the creator. It's like, and there are other people that thought they had the creator. It's like, no, they don't have to. I'm the creator, so yeah, Lucifer Star. And there might be other versions. Like I said, there's Stretchy, which is supposedly me as well. Like I said, I was in space at some point in time, and they're like, yeah, it's you. And, and it was this little nanotech bot or something like that. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, we found it nibbling on one of my titanium cannons or something like that. And I was like, what? That's me? I don't remember that. Guess that hasn't happened yet. Anyway, I don't know. Like I say, my time, space, relevant, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of weird. So anyway, so. Like I said, I could die and... that's the funniest thing. Is that it's even possible that I could just suddenly die and... Earth goes... That was the great part. Is that I could die and... a third of the galaxy... gone. Never was created by me. Oh, wow. I guess I must have created after I was Brian. Like that kind of thing. Like I say, I went up and down and around and throughout and did this and did that. And like I said, that's why when other people were like, blah, 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 it was like, yeah, I was just on vacation. Yeah, I've been to the past, I've been to the future, I've been around. Like I said, the problem was mostly Jimmy Carter and Richard Nixon. Jimmy Carter was like, I'll never die, I'll never grow old. And for like 280 million years or something like that, Jimmy Carter was like, ah! like trying to get technology, trying to like get immortality. So like no one would ever know about all the things they did. Trying to keep what they did at Pearl Harbor a secret, and trying to do this, trying to do that. And like I say, Nixon was like, like that too, like trying to keep everything a secret, and especially while he was 20 or whatever. So anyway, I'm like, well, yeah, the White House is my house. There's a mine underneath it. Blah blah. This being out of boom, all this stuff. It's like. I'm the real Lucifer Star, so, like I said, they were trying to take over my Titanic. Like, the RMS Titanic, some people say I didn't actually own that, or I probably sold it at some point in time. Like I said, I'd keep a ship for a while, I'd build a ship, keep a ship, and then sell it, and then usually buy it back for scrap or something like that. Like, I don't know. Like I said, most of the value of the ship was basically in the steel anyway. It was the hardest thing to get. So as long as you got it back, you could recycle it. But I got to a point where I could actually put my ships down on the bottom of the ocean. Like I said, then, and that's another thing is I wanted some of my ships to be remembered, my favorite ships. So the best place to put them would be underwater. And there were a couple of my ships where I put them underwater. And some of them were actually brought back up at some point in time. I mean, the legendary LS ships of the LS shipyard of Belfast. It's like, some of them probably turned to rust and stuff like that. Like I said, but like I say, the whole thing about 1,000-year Germany building to have its ships that stuff lasts 1,000 years and all that stuff. That was my thing, so. Like, I wanted my stuff to last a long time. So, and my draftsmen and my people were up to the challenge. So, anyway. I had the best people ever. Like I said, my Irish people, my British people, even my Americans. The people who actually knew about me or knew what was going on or figured it out, like I said. It's kind of like one of those great big mysteries, Especially with Nixon and JFK around. Oh, the world could really, what a nightmare. JFK, Kennedy, and Rodney and Rick Bush, Rick Bash, like, oh my God, plagues and this and that and wars and communication problems and all that other stuff. And I have also with Ebola, I have Godney and Rick Bash. Hey, let's celebrate. Easy Street. Like, hey, let's celebrate. Like, oh my God. Like, oh my Lord. Like, as if I didn't have enough things to worry about. I mean, like I say, in the normal everyday life of Lucifer, I have exoskeletons, I have 1.5s, I have all these life form types, and there's one me. So usually I have to in the old days I would be like blah 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 blah, you blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah. Do a lot of that mediating, and like I would do that between Japan and America, or whatever. I do a lot of mediating, like, okay, this is gonna be you, and this is gonna be you, and blah blah blah. And like I say, when people would go back on a deal, it's like, all right, all bets are off, dug pile. So it was an interesting situation when I was, as they say, in the know, or in front and center, as they say. So and now but then, like I say, Mr. I'll Never Die, I'll Never Grow Old, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, and everything else. Like, and I was like, they're trying to shove me underneath the carpet, or like hide me. It's like I'm Lucifer Star. Like, do you mind? I will not be relegated to obsolescence. Hey, whatever. And like I said, but Nixon was trying to blow up the whole world, so he's trying to nuke it. And like I said, there's many a pilot and many other person that were like, yeah. He was like, hey, let's push the button. And like one time, he even whipped around the briefcase, and I was like, I'm gonna push it right now, like to the Secret Service. And I think that's when he figured out that it had to be that it has to be on DEFCON 2 for the system to actually even initiate, or DEFCON 3. It has to be within DEFCON 1 or 2 for the president's briefcase to even become active. Otherwise, you just so unless it's at DEFCON 3 or 2 or some DEFCON level, the briefcase doesn't do anything at all. You can't just it has to be within a certain range for it to even activate. So yeah. So anyway, Nixon didn't know that, and he found that out. So yeah, and then I think he took those safeties off. But or one of the presidents found that out the hard way. He was like, I'll push it right now. Click, and I think he actually pressed the button. Because my people were like, well, now that you're done embarrassing yourself, we'll take that back. We'll take that for you. Like, he actually thought it would actually work. Or one of the presidents actually thought it would just launch the missiles like that. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It has to be within, and different groups have to agree that there is that state. It's not just a click button. Like, you can't just say, like, if I go, we all go. Click. Which is what Nixon or JFK was trying to do. So, yeah. Anyway, Secret Service agents, I guess, witnessed it or whatever. So, or something like that. So, anyway, yeah. Like I said, I know how the system was made. A lot of my people knew how the system was built. Now, Trumpy, I don't know. Maybe they've taken those security safeties off, and maybe that's why he's in my White House. You gonna nuke me, Trumpy? Do it. I think I've already been nuked at least once so far. Like, I remember that one time. So, and possibly a cruise missile. So, I guess that didn't work out too well, did it? Oh, well, it happens. Anyway, I don't really care. It's like, well, yeah, I don't really care. But yeah, I named America. Yeah, I invented the whole government system, so yeah. Not just the president, the namer of. So, whatever. I love that bit. Isn't that just funny? Isn't that just great?